long curl is going to be another unusual movement that we're going to utilize to get into some of the more interesting corners of the bicep. So if I normally am doing a curl at the bottom, while my arm is long, there's not really tension on it. It's a true resting position. And then as I come up, this first phase isn't the end of the world. Truly, it becomes difficult right about before you reach parallel. And then once you reach parallel and get a little further, it kind of becomes easier as well. So you really train in a standing bicep curl, kind of this very ultimately narrow window. It's about maybe 50% of the movement. So we're going to hit the very bottom of that by allowing our arms to get super long, totally locked out, and then having tension on here as well. So what this is going to do is force us to pull from a very difficult position, and then additionally, our shoulder is going to be in full extension as well. So you can imagine if I'm up in front here, my shoulder's braced, and I hit this very small range of motion compared to what my arm can do in a net effect, versus if I'm all the way back, and I've got to come through that position while maintaining tension on my shoulder. And this has high contribution to resolution of things like bicep tendonitis and other shoulder stuff because of how much it opens up the shoulders. Now you notice my feet are providing me some assistance. I can walk this up to a fairly high level, especially if I'm not super strong in the arms, and use quite a bit to allow myself to get up and down. As I get more advanced, I can put both of my feet back, and I can have a way longer resistance arm that approaches almost like, very difficult, like a gymnastics movement. So somewhere in between there is going to be the space where you can get through that full range of motion. And for me, maybe it's right here. Boom, maybe I can knock out my 15 reps or whatever it is and get that super long, intense contraction across the bicep, get that shoulder involved in a different way, and then start to open things up by way of using a bicep movement.